For this Felseal video, we are picking up right where we left off, but I know it's been a while since the last video, and the team has underwent some changes since the last time, so I wanted to cover that before we dive in. So, as a quick recap, we had tried to take on the tournament the last time around and failed miserably, and it turns out a lot of that had to do with me being just generally under-leveled, and I decided to take care of that, so I spent some time bringing everybody on the team up to at least level 20, if not higher, so that they can compete with the people that are in the tournament. But we also have kind of changed quite a few jobs, so I wanted to go through that kind of setup as well. Sure, I guess we'll go under like set abilities, but Kiri here is now currently set up to be a Fellblade. We're using her marked class as the secondary, but right now I went and I unlocked Fellblade for a couple of folks so that we could start using Dark Blade. Specifically, Sleep Slice is turning out to be very, very useful. So Kiri here onto Fellblade status. Meanwhile, Reiner, Peddler, Ranger. A lot of this has to do with the fact that just most of his ranged classes got mastered, so I had to go somewhere. We didn't have any peddlers, so we're going with that. The traps are proving to be useful on certain maps. I don't think that they're going to be particularly great in the tournament, but again, as I try to keep AP flowing and cover different classes throughout, I still want at least one person trying to do something unique so that you get that like vicarious AP. So he's on the peddler path. Lana, who's been a mender and just a healer in general, kind of ran out of healing classes to be, so now Mender is the subclass, and we've got her moving down the wizard path at the moment. Lily, kind of in the same boat. She's been a primary spellcaster. Offensively, has mastered most of the ones that were offered, so we're working on Druid, particularly because Druid, when we come in here, offers the ability to double cast. Now, it is 75% power each, but this double cast is a big power boost if you're trying to be an offensive spellcaster, and it also gives you some flexibility. It's also, I think, something that Lana's going to end up pursuing at some point, because being able to heal and do something else like debuff, etc., could be really beneficial. But anyway, Lily is now currently a druid. Victor, same kind of situation that Reiner's in, because they were almost kind of mirrors of each other, but he is currently working on Gambler instead of Peddler. Not really a big fan of this class, I'm going to be honest, because I'm very unlucky and I keep getting the blowback, right? Like the missteps. The Gambler class, most of your skills, there's a % chance where it backfires on you. That seems to be just the way things go for me. But once this is mastered, we'll move on. This is not going to be a long-term thing for Victor. I will note, though, Gambler does have, and it says I can learn Fleet of Foot, but we already have Fleet of Foot active, so I was waiting to pick on something else. Gambler does have access to, like, Lucky, which I think helps with some of our wild card abilities when we get there. Has Allure, which I think is actually pretty decent when we get to that point, and I really like the idea of maybe having Quicken available. So we've already learned Initiative that gives them a free turn at the start of combat. I could see this being a great passive skill that even if later on we're not playing Gambler, we take advantage of often. So there were some reasons to go into Gambler. I'm just not a big fan of that class in general. Leela, I decided to use one of our special badges, and Leela is now currently a werewolf. Yeah, that's right, you heard me, werewolf. So, interesting enough, she's actually mastered Templar as well, but you don't see it on the list because in order to be a Templar, you have to have a minimum number of night levels, and she doesn't have it, but because she was an NPC that we bought, she started as a Templar. So it's weird, like I mastered Templar and then we changed her to Mercenary, and then that got mastered, but I can't change her back to a Templar until we get a couple of levels into Night, which I think is kind of funny. But right now, we're going to be working on a werewolf. And Werewolf does have some fun stuff in here that I'm kind of looking forward to. No weakness is actually pretty solid, and it stacks with the other no weakness, so at some point she could become like a critical hit machine. Yeah, we'll see how Werewolf goes. Not a lot learned there because I just made that change, but I'm excited about the long-term potential. Arkin's in the same boat that our other healer was. He's kind of used up all of his healing classes that he can take on, so we've got him working on Wizard as well. Anadine is another one of the ones that is working on Fellblade. So we have Kiri working on Fellblade. Anadine has Mastered Mercenary, Mastered Demon Knight, so is also now working on Fellblade. And again, Sleep Slice, really powerful it turns out, and then when you combine it with the dagger that has a chance to silence, you just get a lot of status effects. It's being very, very useful. And then we have Yates, who has not exhausted all of his healing options quite yet because he has access to Anatomist, so we mastered that. So now we're working on Mender, and then we'll go to Plague Doctor, kind of following the path of our other dedicated healers. And that's where we're at. So, on that note, we're going to dive right in. We're going to take a shot at the tournament one more time. At some point, I really need to unlock Gunner, I think, for somebody as well. Now, we want, in my opinion, our Fellblades for sure. The status effects have been great. Well, at least one dedicated healer. Kind of want to try out the Werewolf Templar thing, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go with Lana as like our backup healer. And then I'm really feeling... like I want Reiner because some of those traps are super beneficial. Specifically the one where you can charm somebody. So we'll go with that. Yeah, let's try out the Werewolf. Why not? Gives us a bit of a mix between frontline and backline. Though, I think what we want to do is adjust some of these positionings. To be a little bit more like this. Alright, we're gonna go with this. So, taking a quick peek, we have this Knight Mercenary. This thing will just take forever to die. This Fellblade is gonna be utmost priority. Druid Wizard will be annoying. Gunner will just sit around in the back line forever, so that'll be annoying. Assassin here with a bow is going to be a problem, and then the healer. So I think our priority target's just kind of looking at this. Fellblade to get rid of the nasty status effects, and then we'll try to get rid of, I think, the Assassin and the healer. I think that's going to be our best plan. But we shall see. Alright, so we're just going to have him start peddling some traps. And again, Alluring Trap is the one that I like the most. But we don't really have it, so we'll lead off with a Painful. And he just gets a nice quick level up as well. So this is going to be... just a bow shot, but very long range from that assassin. Kiri can't quite get there, so I don't think we want to overcommit. We don't want them to get first crack with their Fellblade, but we want to be close enough that after they move up, we can pull it off. So I think doing something like this makes an awful lot of sense. And then we don't really have anything that we can do as far as like self-buffing. So we'll end it there. So Miasma will also spread status effects, but we don't have any yet, so that works out pretty nicely for us. I don't think that this is going to be close enough. I mean, we can try it real quick, but I think that most of your Dark Blade stuff has a range of 1 to 2, but because of the diagonal, not going to quite get there. So instead, I think what we're going to do is have her actually use this Demonic Might to give herself a bit of a buff here. Like, we take some damage, but we get Renew out of it and a bunch of other stuff. And then very similarly, we want to move, but not give them first crack, so. Crippled. I guess it's not too bad since he's just throwing traps anyway. Neither one has taken a ton of damage. Well, I guess he kind of has. Let's just go with the old big boy heal. We moved him as much as we could because we wanted to trigger the mana font as well. In case you're wondering how that goes. So she's got a lot of movement. Good old werewolf here. Now, we have Savagery, right? Which is just a basic attack, but also has a chance of poisoning. And then we have all of our good Templar stuff, but let's try biting somebody. I mean, we're a werewolf after all, right? And we got the poison in there. I'm really hesitant to group up too much. However, if we do this, we still get that mana font. What is our... We got no special resistances. What is our benefit of lighting this person up? Because I'm just really concerned about this Druid Wizard, but they shouldn't be able to move far enough to really get that off, so actually I think this is fine. Wow. Was there evade magic on that and I just wasn't paying attention? It would not be the first time. Evade magic is like the worst one. I almost never see it. I guess we'll find out here in a moment. Yep, it was evade magic. Hot dog. Alright, well, we're gonna try to put them to sleep. Did not put them to sleep, but we did get Mute in. And we're crippled here. Which is a bit of a problem, actually, right? We might actually have to remedy our own debuff here. And then just kind of stay out of the way for now. Uh-oh. Oh no! All of those cool buffs gone. Blind and Mute. So again, this is why Fellblade was our priority target. It's exactly why we need to try to get rid of this thing as fast as possible. That would deal 82. But we don't have enough for our Corrupted Blade yet, sadly. So I think we're in the same boat here. We're just going to try to put them to sleep. There we go. As long as they're sleeping, they're much less of a threat. Oh no! So we have heals and panacea. Our biggest issue though is that she's already at 98, so if I don't heal her, she might not be able to survive long enough. But the other issue that we have right now is that if I don't remove the debuff, she can't heal herself. So this is going to end up, I think, being the correct play. When you look at the turn order, there's only the druid that gets another turn in between, so we should be relatively safe. And again, we want him to move as much as possible for the mana font, so... Alright, so this one is sleeping, and we can have somebody else clean that up. So I think our new priority target is, in fact, now the assassin. And the assassin does not have, like, any cool debuffs. We don't have enough for our righteous blade yet. So in this case, I think we are still just going to try to bite them as well. Just get a nice back attack in, add some poison. Werewolf it up. I guess we'll face this way. So she's about 100 health points down. Anidine's taken some damage as well, but there's not a good way to get both of them. And again, we want her moving as much as possible for her mana font, so what we're gonna do is do this and then just go with the old mass heal here. And then she'll also benefit from Renew. Oh no! They woke him up! Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. So, we do have the option now of Wrathful Beam, for example, but it's not quite enough to finish this one off. Same thing, the burst is only about 57, so we're just gonna have to try to put him back to sleep, I think, because we don't have great ways to deal a lot of damage. And dealing the extra damage to the other one is nice, but that thing has a huge health pool. It's gonna likely be the last thing that we want to take down. We just need to make sure that this... Oh, it's only muted, and muted does nothing for us. But we need to make sure that thing is taken care of quite handily. Let's go ahead and just place an alluring trap. We want... Oh, it walked right through there, and it's gonna put both of them to sleep. Oh no. This is why the assassin was our second priority target. Because as you can see, the debuffs are our biggest issue, so we need to make sure that we have ways to deal with that. Still don't have quite enough for the old corrupted blade, but we have a shot at taking this thing out. So I think we got to take that chance. Now, we do still have to worry about them resurrecting. Now we're going to try to put our friend over here to sleep as well. There we go. So yeah, we do have to worry obviously about like Phoenix Ashes, Revive, things like that. Alright, thankfully we were not crippled. But we've got to hope that our other healer Can pull something off here. Now she's gonna get the next turn, so while we could werewolf it up here, I actually think that our best bet is to take like a small retreat. I know it's our last item, but getting her unmuted is a pretty big deal because then she can hopefully help out the other teammates. He's taking some damage and some damage. So we have to like ask ourselves, is a big heal better off? Because she's also pretty low herself. Because we sadly don't have like a mass panacea, right? And we're gonna have folks getting a lot of turns in between here. So I actually think that something like this is gonna be our biggest benefit. So she'll get her own renew. All right. It's too bad that happened afterwards, but this is wonderful for us. This is kind of why we put this here. We wanted to bait. And this is why I love the alluring trap so much, because not only does it end their turn, but then if they get the charm, now they're basically like working for us in the future. So it's just all sorts of win-win. It's just Reiner who gets a turn before this. We want this to stay sleeping, I think, in that regard. And our ancient power stuff doesn't give us a whole lot to work with. We've already used our remedy items. Could use a potion though. See, our biggest issue now is that she can't get close enough. Because this is already allured and this is sleeping, right? So we can't get close enough to do anything that's great. So instead what we'll do is we'll just try to keep our Mender alive even further while repositioning Kiri. $89 versus 79. Let's just go with an enraged blow, right? This will fell them, and then we'll also get the cleave. Yeah, we take a bunch of damage, but completely worth it, in my opinion. So now we can potentially get the old Sleeperino here. Or mute. Oh, both. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. And then let's go to the reposition here. So the gunner again we know is going to be annoying. Not much we can do. I mean, we do have Righteous Blade finally up and running. Wow. I think that's a bit of an overkill on our part, though, huh? I mean, we could probably just get this done with a basic attack with only 40 hit points, so... Guess there's no reason to not just do that. Keep her moving for the old mana font. But we're going to use our Panacea. We're going to use it here, just because they get a... Well, I guess technically this is charmed, so they both get turns in between. So we'll wake up our other healer. Reiner will lose a turn, but then gains it back faster because they'll be able to use it as well. And we're gonna try our best here to keep putting folks to sleep. Mute's still pretty good, considering Druid's primarily a spellcaster. And this charmed Charmed Knight is going to do our dirty work for us. Charm wears off, so that is relevant. Mana font, we want that doing all of the things. Now, interesting situation that we're in. We're actually, in my opinion, going to do this. We're not going to wake Reiner up. We're going to raise a zombie, because if you do this, it also means that they can't resurrect that person. And I think resurrection denial is a pretty big deal here. Wonder if we can put them to sleep since they are no longer charmed. They have counterattack and no flank, so moving behind them didn't do me any good. So we actually want to do this from 2 away so that we don't eat the counterattack if it fails. Right, so no status effects. Reiner just wakes up naturally anyway. Uh-oh. Alright, no enrage. I was a little worried there. Now the druid is muted, so that's why they're using the potion, running away. And we're gonna use our werewolf here to get up and finally bite this gunner. Let's do something. Whoa, that was a miss. Was there something that I was not paying attention to? Again, it would not be the first time. Full resistance to thunder, full resistance to water. It's only going to deal 32, huh? And they have counter magic. Well, I guess in this instance, we would rather just heal then, huh? Who do we want to heal? Who needs it? We're too far away anyway. Yeah, we can always heal Anadine. Anadine's pretty consistently just dealing a ton of damage to herself. Alright, I'm gonna do this mostly because I wanted to see what this had. I don't see any like counterattack or anything, so it was just 188. Huh. It's gonna get a turn soon. I guess I'm not as worried about that. Druid is still muted. Alright. So we'll just come this way. Try to put them to sleep. Well, we muted them, but that kind of does nothing against a gunner. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to try to recharm this person by putting a trap here, because they won't be able to move through our healer, and by putting Reiner here, their movement's going to be blocked in the other direction. We're just gonna keep reanimating to again deny them from resurrecting. We're gonna leave ourselves as a juicy target by exposing our back. I was kind of hoping that it would walk this way and try to back attack there, but was not the case. Still no status effects. Stop trying to cripple my squad, you nasty gunner, you. Hey now. Alright, it didn't work last time, but we're gonna try it this time. They are immune to poison. So I guess in that regard we don't need to do the bite. We could just do a basic attack. Or we can just use our righteous blade here. Let's just nuke them. Look at that. I guess that's better, right? Forgot that we didn't use that the last time because it would have been overkill. Reiner's taking damage. Yeah, I guess we just do the old big heal. And again, you want her moving as much as possible because of the mana font. We're going to try to put the druid to sleep. Big old crit and put him to sleep. That's what we like to see. So this this first tournament round should be pretty well wrapped up at this point. Let's try the trap here to deny that way, and then we'll move on the other side of this trap. Zombie friend doing zombie things. Oh no, you're gonna wake up the druid! But you poisoned, I guess that's okay. Move as far as we can. Reanimate this one. Not the gunner. But we just want all the zombies. $52 is probably overkill. I think we can just fell the druid. All right, so we got a lot of zombies. I guess we can come back now and well, we can try to poison him anyway. Kind of chewing through our mana. Oh, big crit though, and we land the mute. He's already poisoned. Catches the trap. Oh no. This poor knight. Actually, let's move here. Because we're just going to do Emboldening Chant anyway. Just so that we get, one, some XP, but get some buffs out. Might as well not waste the turn. This is really wrapped up, though. Like, this encounter, it could not be... also see if we can stack bleed, I guess. Could not be any more one-sided at this point with all these zombies and everything else that we're doing. So a nice thing is Dark Blade does let you attack like through folks. It's not something else. So we ruined the charm, but worth it. Yeah, I was gonna say it was water. Pretty sure that smart casting is active, so it'll only hit the enemy. And there we go. So we get a glorious victory. Will our fearless warriors continue the fight or retire with their winnings? I mean, we want to keep fighting, right? Defeat all foes round 2. Let's see what we got to work with this time. They have a Templar, a Reaver. All right, that's going to be like a priority target. A couple of support, Peddler, Scoundrel, and a Sorcerer, Gambler. Ugh. All right, so priority targets are the Reaver and the Sorcerer. Sorcerers hit like a truck. Like, they are obnoxiously good. I feel like our lineup worked out pretty well. I mean, the only one that was like maybe questionable would be Reiner, but the traps, again, I'm just a big fan of the alluring trap. But I think we definitely want our Fell Blades, our healers. So again, he can't do a lot here, but let's just go with just a random trap. That's gonna be relatively annoying because barrier does prevent status effects. It's a great counter to our current setup. And even though it got dispelled last time, we want this demonic might up and running. No! Don't make me bleed. So we want to remove the bleed. And then again, we always want to move as many squares as we can to try to really abuse our font. Here I think that we just go with the old emboldening chant, since we don't have much else we can do at the moment. Yeah, the barrier thing is a bit of an issue, just because again we want to put folks to sleep. The crowd control, I think, is how we do our best to try to win these fights. I think we just are ending our turn. We just move her for the mana font. Templar giving them the old boost as well. It will make our werewolf/Templar very well positioned with her cleansing strike. So that is at least some good news. And again, I don't think that we can really get to anybody, so we kind of want to just play coy a bit. We're just in that awkward position where we can't quite get to anyone. Oh yeah, her blade might be at the point where it can almost one-shot some folks. It's kind of absurd, really. They'll have one more person get a turn before then. I mean, theoretically, we could step up and try to hit a bunch of them with Wrathful Burst, but we don't want to be on this. So we'll just do this. It'll pop the barrier in all likelihood. But we want them... Oh no! Plus the haste. That's so bad for us. Locust isn't going to be able to reach far enough. Yeah, that haste was brutal. Well, at least we get some damage in. Now, the sad thing is I really want to be able to get up and get this sorcerer taken care of. Don't have a good shot at it, though. They still have a fair number of debuffs, though. So, let's see what Cleansing Blade looks like. 119, absolutely. Cleansing Blade is going to be, I think, our all-star. Ow, it's going to be their all-star. No! Anadine. Anadine's about to get wrecked. They're going to walk up and burst. And that's exactly why you need to get rid of the sorcerer. That's exactly why. Alright, yeah, we'll try to put it to sleep as like an insurance policy. So again, because of the smart casting, will not heal the enemy. Guess we're gonna go with a painful trap. Ooh, what a counter shot. You go, Reiner. Alright, what do we need for healing? I guess it's just Reiner that's low now, right? So, like, our choice is we could summon a zombie just to keep them from the resurrection, but at this point, we want to make sure that nobody else falls. Yeah, that misses. Very, very good for us. Alright, hopefully... What does this look like? Looks like not a lot, huh? Kiri technically gets one more turn before. I'm not sure if Kiri will be able to do 113 to them, though. The question is if I come here, is it enough with Cleansing Blade to, like, one-shot somebody? It is. Well, I mean, as much as we need to get rid of the Sorcerer, I think you take advantage of the one-shot, right? I don't think I like that positioning. I think I would prefer here. We want them to try to walk across traps as well, but... Alright. Muted, at least. Don't throw rocks at me. I actually think at this point, maybe more traps is not necessarily the way to go. Like, we can dish out some damage. Oh, the barrier is kind of rough, though. Oh, no! Oh, no! Stop! They have a family. Well, I mean, I guess we know what we're doing with this turn, huh? And so again, now we have this dilemma of both of them are low, so theoretically we would benefit from a mass heal. She gets one turn before him, and that's the big deal. So I do think that we take this heal then. Okay. I think the heal ends up being just the better choice. Yay, it pops the barrier. Alright, so this should be enough. So that we don't have to worry about meteor storms again. Catch him with that counter shot. Alright, so now we just go back to our old game plan. Again, it's a shame that we lost Anadine along the way because of the injury, and I believe the tournament is 3 rounds total, so we won't be able to use her next time. It's a bit of a loss. Leave them alone. How dare you? Let's try to keep that person there so that somebody can close the gap. Oh, we can also pop barrier. I guess that works as well. Reiner's at 75, but a lot of other people get turns in between. So, we'll see if we can get her the boon. For next turn. So hopefully we'll just kill this druid before Reiner's next turn. Counter root. Root we can live with. Root is fine. That's 50. I'm just trying to figure out, I was gonna say, this is just gonna be more damage that way, huh? It's gonna be a one-time physical. I think that's the best we can do, is just the basic attack. Popped the barrier on trying to give them bleed as well. Alright, so Reiner's just gonna have to use a potion, I guess. Could also just use Remedy to get rid of the poison, but I think at this point we'd rather just top him off. Use our one heavy potion, and then just move him backwards. And we'll kind of surround this person so as they wake up, people can do their thing. Now, we have the boon. So that means we can also throw the boom. Okay. So again, we lost Anadine. I think we keep going though. I think it's 3 to like win the whole thing. So we're gonna push it. But we do have that one injury on Anadine. Uh-oh. There's a lot of, scary looking folks there. What do we got here? Tangrel, Bulldrake, Larger, Cadaver. Huh. Well, we need Kiri. Reiner's been doing okay with the peddler thing. Healers are good. Leela's been great. Yates has been good. So now we have to decide, because I don't think we want to bring Anodine because of the injury, right? So we have Arkin, Victor, who again has that gambler thing, or Lily. That's a bit of a tough call. Lily can at least provide buffs if she's not on offense. Technically Victor can too with the wild cards, but I think we go with Lily here. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think because of these, we want to put traps where they might have to walk through. Though there is an argument to be made about, I think this one has float. And I don't know if these can fly or not. Oh. I think also just zap me through the barricades, I guess. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse you. Right, so Lily's also a good choice because of the Dispel. But I got a feeling she's just gonna be tossing around some total shields quite a bit. Again, really just using him to charge up mana. These early turns are gonna be a bit awkward as we kind of like reposition, trying to figure out how we want to approach our enemy, because we really don't know what we're working with. We don't want to step up and then have them get first cracks at us. But our Dispel on Lily could be beneficial. The Cleansing is also going to be really beneficial, I think. So Haste and Rebirth. Yeah, we definitely want to chew through that. Yeah, okay. I think he can cast from here far enough, right? He's counter magic, but he can get a lot of damage in here. She's close to being able to get up and go where she needs to go. I think what we're gonna do is just kind of use her as bait. I feel bad doing it that way, but I think it's probably correct. So he's now topped off. Yeah, she can't get any closer. We're so close to being able to nuke, right? But we just can't quite get there. Alright, I think she's actually just gonna move and end. Maybe we get another turn. Nope, there's the potion. They're gonna run away. Don't throw rocks. So rude. So they have a bunch, but they're still gonna get a turn before Leela. Like, we wanted her to hit cleansing blade. They only have a couple, so actually I think the spell here does make an awful lot of sense. Like, we obviously want her blade to just do a bunch of damage, like that would be ideal, but yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna rebuff. We gotta have faith, right? Ow. Alright, well, we gotta get in there at some point. We know that it's just gonna end up popping the barrier. Immune to poison anyway, huh? Well. The counter with weaken is kind of brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's right, rooted. Do. So she's weakened. Nobody else is really taking much for damage. So we'll get rid of the weakened status, but really hurts our mana fonting. And just throw traps. Probably should be attacking with him, I'm gonna be honest, but we don't have anybody we can reanimate yet. We can get an awful lot of damage in here. This thing has 300 hit points. Rally Howl, huh? Attack and haste. Alright, Trap's doing trap things. Again, I think we're taking the dispel here. Missed. Counter weaken. Ew. The counter weaken thing is it's gotta go. It feels like we're fighting this like long war of attrition at the moment, and I feel like I'm losing. Like, I'm getting some good shots in, but nothing's really been ultra successful yet. Alright. That felt pretty good, though. Yeah, they're gonna come to my back line and do something here. I feel like this guy is gonna be a thorn, but I might actually be forced to ignore him. The high health total plus the rebirth means that I think he's more likely to just end up being a nuisance. So I actually might be doing myself a favor and just kind of ignoring them. Ow. So he's weakened. But I think we get rid of that anyway. She's got the renew and her root's about to wear off. So he's at 92. Could potentially take care of that this time. Yeah, there we go. We got one of them down. And this one's low enough. We should be able to just do it with the old regular attack. Okay, we're making progress. Maybe the dam is breaking now. Interesting enough. I actually don't think I know what weaken does, so we're gonna go look it up. Any normal healing applied will be reduced to 0. So she is weakened, but I think I'm okay with that. Let's just buff up our Templar. I think we're gonna, again, depend on her to kind of carry us quite a bit. Alright, let's see if we can get some of these status effects up and running on the healers. Lock them down. No. No mute. No sleep. Till Brooklyn. Maybe we can charm a healer? Perhaps that will be a favorable outcome. Hey! They don't have the smart cast, so we got smart. Yay! We got a charm too. Wow, they were working for us the whole time. All right, there's Mr. Annoy. Alright, this one's charmed, so we don't want to attack it. So we actually just want to thunder here. We only want to hit the one. Because if you hit one that's charmed, then they're like, oh wait, that's right, you were trying to kill me, and then they're no longer charmed. So. Oh, we are so close to being able to reanimate. Anybody need a top off? Probably Kiri or Leela, huh? Alright, let's just give her the old heal too. And then maybe next time we'll be able to reanimate. Let's get a little righteous in here. Wow. Only gonna deal 56 with this. It's weak to dark, just normal, huh? What does a normal attack look like it's gonna do? Even less? This thing got a super hard shell. What about... Yeah, this is closer. Alright, let's just do this then. Far less mana spent for similar results. This had a high resistance to pretty much everything that wasn't dark though, right? So this isn't the person we want to use this on. How about instead we just keep making our friends happy for now. Come on, status effects. Yeah, we put him to sleep. So we got one charmed healer, one sleeping bug. Problem is, it's hard to trap this one because they do the burrow. So maybe instead what we try to do is we just try to make him not be able to burrow, right? I mean, it didn't work, but I feel like it was a novel attempt. Oh, thank you for the heal. That's so kind. They're still charmed. Oh, but then they lose charm. How rude. Yeah, this thing is, I think, definitely just an annoyance. I think we just kill them later. Here we want to move because of the mana font. This thing was strong against everything. Oh, we can't quite get there anyway, so I guess we're just dropping Thunder on the healer again. He could use some healing, but we've got some turns in between, and I think, certainly don't want them reanimating anybody, so it might be, I guess we want to reanimate so they're not reviving. Let me get my terms proper. Is this enough? Is this enough? Boom. Get in there. That turn was righteous, I say, with all of the kappas. Alright. Here. Get some healing in. Every little bit helps. And again, I think here we're just trying to keep this person from moving if possible. There we go. Burrow now, mister. Here, because this person lost their charm, let's see if we can make him take a nap. It's nap time. Alright, mute is probably just as good, because I'll have to use some sort of item. Or they can just hit me with a stick. Okay. Zombie's gonna go do zombie things. I think here we just take the mass heal, because both her and Yates are still kind of in need of a little bit of topping off, right? Let's play it safe. Alright, so we know that this one was weak to darkness. I don't think he has smart casting because he hasn't been a wizard yet, so we'll wake them up from their slumber. So that we can, oh, they only have 43, well. Oh, right. For whatever reason, this is the person that has, like, crazy high defense. So maybe the Righteous Blade is required. For only 43 hit points, but it gets the job done. And then there were two. We have a muted healer and a rooted fella. I'll just cut off one of the roots of the healers. Is he weak to anything? He's weak to fire. Okay. So let's burn him. Yeah, sure. Let's get in there. Yay, charm. Alright, so now they are still weak to fire, but they have the bonus from fire, so it's a little bit weird. Guess we'll still try the fire. Yeah, it's still a decent amount of damage. And this will just end it. Wow. Convincingly, that will end it. Breaks the charm, but we got a lot of people taking actions here, so we're just cleaning this up. Zombie gonna do zombie things. It's hungry. And our werewolf is also hungry, so why not bite? You know? Oh, because it's only 49. Fine. Is there more damage from this? No. What about a normal attack? Still gonna be 49. I guess we'll do the bite. Since we can't finish them. Let's do it like this. Pokey poke. Okay. 3 down, and we only lost Anodine in the 1 round. Hey, look. What a triumph against the odds. I'm thrilled beyond words to announce our new champions of the tournament. So, we did it. And now a quick reminder, we'll be hosting another tournament later this year. Hope to see the same phenomenal crowd then. And a new female outfit has been unlocked at the guild. Well, that's fun. A new headwear has been unlocked at the guild. Well, that's fun. Got a lot of gold. We earned Rift Walkers and a Phoenix Band. Hooray. So, just needed to level up. I was pretty under-leveled, I think, the last time I attempted the tournament. And then I just needed some more advanced classes. Crowd control is becoming more and more valuable, more and more important as the game progresses. So classes like Fellblade, I think, are going to be a big boon. And my big AoE damage dealers are kind of underperforming. So I think the next step is I do want to work on trying to maybe unlock at least one person as a sorcerer class. Like I said, Lily, we're working on getting her far enough into Druid so that she unlocks dual cast, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. This one was a longer video, but I wanted to do the entire tournament, and yeah, we did it successfully. Thanks for watching. I hope to catch you in the next video.